I see you doing work.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. The fans are filling the seats in Orlando, the site of our broadcast, and where the Magic will be going up against the New York Knicks. For the Knicks, the season hasn't gone as smoothly for them as I'm sure they hoped it would. The good news is we still have a good chunk of it left to play, but if they're going to make a run, they better do it soon. And now around the halfway point, the novelty of the new season has died down, and we're still a long way from the playoffs. Shaq, how do the players maintain focus through this stretch?
It's an Eastern Conference matchup as the New York Knicks come into town in this one. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. And David Aldridge will be on our sideline tonight reporting. The Magic make a quick stop here in front of their Orlando fans, just one game before heading out. These guys are hot, no doubt about it, continuing to put up win after win.
And you'd expect...
And about halfway through the season, some teams at the bottom, Doris, they're struggling. So my question to you is, at what point do you suddenly realize, wow, we are truly in rebuild mode?
Well, this is a fascinating part of the NBA at this point. A lot of discussion about super teams, a lot of discussion amongst general managers that we're playing for second. Is that something we want to do? And I think this is an issue the NBA and the collective bargaining agreement is going to have to address long term. There was no cap smoothing, and therefore there was that great influx of money that contributed to the super teams. Can the collective bargaining agreement between the league and the players in the long run afford us some measure of balance in the NBA? It's important, I think, that each organization believe if they're managed correctly, they have a chance for a championship.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. Porzingis and Hernan Gomez are together down low. Ntilikina out there with Jeremy Lamb, and it's Anthony in at the 3 spot. Here's Porzingis. Got it. Good job in the low post.
You know, Porzingis' size obviously will make him a threat at the rim, but that athleticism a problem as well.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Good on the shot. DJ's got his first points in this one.
Boy, Kev, I love his game. He can hurt you in so many different ways.
There's the screen, and it's Anthony top of the key. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Passes to Hernan Gomez. Lays it up and banks it in.
Now, the thing you take away, I think, from his play, Willie with excellent hands, catching off the screen and roll.
And DJ throws it down.
Oh, and how about squeezing the orange as tight as he could there before the stuff?
Yeah, no way he's going to lose that thing on the way up. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Outside, Porzingis. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. You think back to how Jeff Hornacek was as a player. Doris, you see that same demeanor on the sidelines.
Well, what you're talking about there, Kev, is sort of that gritty, no-nonsense, tough-minded approach. What Jeff Hornacek was as a player, he certainly displays similar attributes as a coach.
It's stolen by Hernan Gomez. Pass to Ntilikina. Hernan Gomez kicks to Anthony. They set the pick. Shot clock at 5. Fires for 3. Another shot, and so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Well, we call this, Kevin, high IQ and good instincts for the game, and these things Willie relies on to succeed.
Orlando leading by 4. And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor. All fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. And New York looking at who they've got. They've got Wright. Hernan Gomez out there with Ntilikina. Then it's Jeremy Lamb. And it's Moss in at the 4. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Knicks was on a mission. He finished with 36 points and did a lot of work at the foul line as well, drawing fouls and knocking down his free throws. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you, guys. Could you believe that performance? Wow.
I mean, it was really something to see. Yeah, he showed everybody just how special he is when he is on his game.
Well, that was an elite performance, and it didn't seem to matter what approach they used to try to slow this guy down. He had an answer for everything.
And now it's a double-digit lead. DJ's got 8 points.
Boy, Kev, how good is it to see DJ work that hard to get into position for an offensive rebound? Really pays off for him.
Lamb with the ball, working on Anderson. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon.
Well, you just look back on the history of the New York Knicks and what rich history and tradition they have as a franchise, the different eras, the different groups they've had, some of the more memorable teams in NBA history.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells, and it's Payton in for Rogers. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, a little bounce in his step on that possession. DJ driving to the cup and playing with purpose.
And thinking back to great players and teams from the Knicks, Doris, you can look at teams in any decade and find memorable players.
Well, listen, if you're talking about the 1970s, it's Willis Reed. You're talking about the 80s and 90s. You're talking about Bernard King, Patrick Ewing, Allen Houston, the great Pat Riley at the helm. And more recently, you're talking about the likes of Carmelo Anthony. The Knicks have had some ballers in their history.
The Knicks making a switch here. Franklin's checked in. Here's Payton. Got a hand on it. And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. The dish to Lamb. There's a good screen. Goes up to the stripe. The offensive rebound. Hernan Gomez. Up and in, off to an efficient start. 2 for 3 from the field.
Kept quick to the punch. Good anticipation by Willie, that time owning the offensive glass.
And DJ throws it down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
And hammering down the two-hand slam. Knicks trail by 10. Pass to Ntilikina. Stolen by Anderson. Pass to DJ. Back to Anderson. Feeds it to Payton. There's 1:47 left in the first half of the game. 6 to shoot. They grab their own miss. And the basket by Gordon.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Last game matched up with the Magic. A tough loss there.
Yeah, but they didn't roll over in that game. Had a good chance still to pull out the victory. Just couldn't come through in crunch time.
You know, here's the thing. They played hard. Strategy was solid. They had a couple of lulls, and it really cost them.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Biyombo checks in for Gordon, and Isaac subbed in for Anderson. Porzingis, he's checked in for New York. Teodosic comes in for Wright.
And Elfrid Payton, the 10th pick back in that 2014 draft. And remember, the Magic looked at him as their point guard of the future. And last season, at times, he was coming off the bench. And it's been about that lack of progress as a shooter that I think is the biggest concern with this team.
There's the pass to Franklin. And the layup's good off the glass. Franklin's got his first 2 points of the night.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Well, listen, we know DJ's popular with his teammates, and it's not just about his great basketball play. This guy always comes with great music in the locker room. That's important.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
He's been doing really nice work at the line. 83%.
First one falls for him. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Lamb. And both free throws good for DJ. For Orlando, they won their last contest, that game against the Knicks.
And when you shoot a high percentage from distance, that gives you momentum and really keeps the opponent on the ropes.
The other thing it does, Greg, it opens up the floor, right? The other team had zero answer for their outside shooting in that one.
Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down now to just 12 points with the basket from Franklin. Kicks to Payton. He dishes it to DJ. Orlando moving the ball around, and that one drops.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Here's Teodosic. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Dishes it to Franklin. Pass to Ntilikina. Anthony on the wing. And there are the Knicks with another bucket.
Boy, Melo has made a name for himself with his mid-range game, and you could see why right there.
From deep. No good on the shot. DJ has been leading the charge for Orlando. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, you all have played at a high level so far. What has worked for you?
We're just sticking to the game plan. You know, our coaches really drew up something good for us. You know, they wrote it out, and we're sticking to it, and we're executing very well.
Yeah, that's obvious the way you all have played. Thanks for your time. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first two quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at DJ in this one, he's been everywhere.
Well, they've done a good job of letting the game come to them, and really few forced shots here so far.
I think, Greg, we're seeing a couple things. Terrific play calling, unselfish nature, and quality shooting. That makes for good offense.
Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Aaron Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the pivot spot manning the middle. That's the group starting the second half for Frank Vogel. Doris, back in college, you were named to the All-Big East team. What an honor. You've been a broadcaster for Big East games in college basketball. Any players from that conference who would say, in your opinion, are better pros than they were in college?
Well, I think Josh Hart from Villanova would be a player that I'm curious to see what level of effect he has at the NBA level. He's not a guy who's going to blow you away with his athleticism, but all he did at Villanova was win. He's got one national championship to his credit. He was an effective two-way player in the Big East. Does he translate to the pros? I can't wait to see.
And Doris, multiple years at the college game, too.
Kevin, I think that perception is changing. There was a time where if you were a four-year college player, you were frowned upon in the NBA. I think because of the age and experience, GMs and coaches are now looking at those guys who spend multiple years in college in a vastly different and much more positive light.
Very interesting thought. Knicks trail by 12. Here's Ntilikina. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 17-foot shot on the way.
Maybe not that time, but he'll hit more than his share if he's left open.
The feed to DJ. A little over a minute gone here in the second half. Here's Isaac. That three off the mark.
Well, that's the shot they want. He always has the green light when he's that open. Boy, one miss isn't going to change that.
Lamb with the ball. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the night.
Well, becoming deadly from the mid-range, an area where Porzingis' height gives him an advantage because it's tough to contest.
Second chance shot, and fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts, and a chance for one more here.
Well, after missing their first three shots, they finally get one to go in this half.
The Magic have shot the ball well from the free throw line, 8 of 9.
And they've done some really nice work at the foul line, knocking down 80%.
Here's what Orlando's going with right now. Allen Williams, he's checked in for Isaac. Wells comes in for Fournier. And Rogers subbed in for Payton. And then for New York, Joakim Noah's checked in for Hernan Gomez. And it's Wright in for Ntilikina. Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Yeah, just ice cold right now from the floor. Time to regroup.
I think, Greg, they look lost and they look frustrated. Not sure how they're missing so many shots right now.
A chance here to assess what parts of the floor the attempts have been coming from as we look at the shot chart for the Knicks.
And one thing they can definitely improve on is their work from three-point range, especially from the corners. That's an area of the floor that has been a black hole for them this season. If they can start to get some points from the corners, it'll really open things up for them.
And Wright kicks to Porzingis. Noah the screen. Fades. Porzingis can't hit.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
DJ with it, working on Noah. And it's DJ missing.
You know, coming out of the break, you want a fast start. They go 1 for 5.
Back to right. Noah the screen. Over in the corner, Porzingis. Over Gordon. Up it goes, and the Magic lead is cut to just 11 points in the basket from Porzingis.
Well, Kevin, how about Porzingis? You can play him as the roll man, or in this instance, use him as the ball handler. How hard is that to deal with?
Doris, when you watch Porzingis on the defensive end of the floor, it's just jaw-dropping. The ground he can cover and the way he challenges at the rim can change the way a team chooses to attack him.
I agree, because he provides so much in terms of rim protection and weak side help. It's a huge boost to any defense. This guy can be one of the best shot blockers in the league. Does an incredible job switching with his length and speed.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Here's Anthony. No good off the front iron.
He's obviously still trying to find the range. No success this quarter. You wonder what it would take to get him to pass the ball.
And that one's good, DJ.
Boy, what a quick trigger on that jump shot. That's what you want from DJ, right? No hesitation. Just catch it and shoot it.
And stolen by DJ. And now Orlando on the break. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's on Porzingis.
2 shots, foul, 2.
For Orlando, they have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. First one falls for him.
We're still waiting for that first miss from the line this half.
Biyombo, he's checked in for Williams. Knicks trail by 17. Passes it to Moss. He kicks to Franklin. Tipped away and stolen by DJ. The finish, and DJ throws it down.
Boy, they move it back up the court with pace, and DJ the first to pounce on the fast break opportunity.
And that replay presented by Under Armour, showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another unleashed chaos moment. Teodosic, the pass to right. New York moving it around. There's a good screen. Now here's Anthony. He's covered closely. Teodosic, no good.
Boy, that's a tough miss. Does well to get himself open and then botches it up.
The dish to Biyombo. He feeds it to DJ. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
Boy, some strong arm work inside gets DJ to the line. Good to see him getting physical in the low box.
Boy, is he really getting after it here in the second half, just drawing a ton of fouls.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Isaac's checked in for Gordon. Evan Fournier comes in for Wells. And it's Peyton in for Rogers. The Knicks also changing it up. Hernan Gomez comes in for Carmelo Anthony. And it's Ntilikina in for DeLon Wright. Here's Teodosic. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
Yeah, really frustrating right now. They just can't seem to stem the tide here.
Nothing they're doing on the defensive end is working. They've got to figure something out, and fast.
DJ has been the guy making things happen for Orlando. And his big game just keeps getting bigger. That quarter sees him get over 30 points. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And we will as we get going here in the fourth. So for the Magic, DJ is checked in for Marjanovic, and it's Williams in for Biyombo. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Melo and Porzingis are the duo at forward. Ntilikina out there with Wright. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the center, filling out the middle. The second chance effort. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there.
Well, he's in there battling, and Willie likes contact, doesn't back down, draws the foul.
Doris, it's been said that you started playing basketball in the 2nd grade. How did your love of this sport become so evident so early?
Yeah, you know, I moved to the Jersey Shore when I was 7 years old. There was a park right next door. And, you know, I'm the last of 8 kids. My family didn't have a ton of money, but boy, all I needed was a rim and a basketball, and I could spend 6, 7, 8 hours. My mother used to call me back in from the park to have lunch or dinner. I just spent my entire childhood on the hard court next door dribbling away.
Were you naturally good at it, or did you feel like you had to work at it, or did you just feel like I got a knack for this?
No, I think, you know, obviously when you play the game from 7 years old, you pick up on a lot of the nuance, and as in anything, you have to work hard at something to be good at it. And
right.
It didn't feel like work because I love basketball.
It shows even now. Now, here's DJ. Tight defense on him, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
Defensive rebounding, just such a crucial part of the game.
I'll tell you, if you don't box out well, expect to get burned. You can't afford to give them second chance opportunities.
Porzingis to 2. That shot off the mark. And it's the Magic taking it the other way. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. DJ kicks to Payton. They set the pick. Pass to Williams. To the inside. And DJ gets it to go on the assist by Williams. 33 points for DJ.
Boy, the contact on that shot pretty clear to everyone but the officials. Credit to DJ for not letting it affect him.
Porzingis passes to Carmelo. And the foul called on DJ. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. And Doris, in the collective bargaining agreement, great news for retired players. Health insurance options, pensions will increase, tuition reimbursement fund. What does that mean to these players who gave everything they had for this great game?
You know what I love about this, Kevin? I think each of us stands on the shoulders of the people who came before us, right? Everybody is the product of all the experience that came before. So
yes.
You think back to some of the ages that shaped the NBA, the Bill Russell Celtics, the Jerry West Lakers, and then go on through the generations. It's important we acknowledge their contributions. I absolutely love what this CBA has afforded these retired players.
And I think the NBA actually has taken a lead in that among all of the national sports.
You know what, Kevin? I think the NBA, because of their great leadership, they're always opportunistic to say, how can we make it better for our players? How can we make it better for the fans?
And other leagues are following. Well said, Doris. So for the Magic, Biombo, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Rogers subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Then for the Knicks, Franklin's checked in for Hernan Gomez. Allen comes in for Anthony, and Teodosic subbed in for Lamb. A nice shot by Franklin.
And guys, you got to ask, where was this effort when it mattered? The game's over now.
Right. Frustrating for sure, Greg. I don't think they'll be able to mount a comeback at this point.
Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. Right through the D for the layup.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Oh, there's no doubt. This crowd is into it, and it's because of how well their guys have played tonight.
There's a screen. Stolen by Anderson. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. And finished off by Anderson.
And saving their best for last. Tremendous run here to seal the win.
Well, this is exactly how you put teams away. Late game execution leads to a tremendous win.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Washington Wizards. Well, for Washington, at 6th in the Eastern Conference, they haven't quite performed up to the standard they set for themselves with their finish last season. And with a moment
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. They're just off a road trip, and the Wizards are looking to settle back here at home. They're free-falling right now, piling up loss after loss. We'll see if they can bounce back.
And seeing where Washington is, they're one of the NBA's early season success stories. They've made an immediate push toward the top of the standings.
Greg, I wish I could say I saw this coming, but I had no idea. They put it together so early. Tremendous job by the coaching staff.
A look at the Magic starting group. Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon, and it's DJ in at the 5 spot. Well, as we go deeper into the season, we see some teams, Chris, really start to shuffle things around with injuries. And what's it like playing on a team that is dealing with a lot of players that are injured?
It's frustrating. You don't know how much confidence to have in your team. You don't know what to believe in, what not to believe in. Rehabilitation is one of the most frustrating parts of playing in the game because it's boring, it's monotonous. You just continue to do the same thing every day. You start to feel kind of disconnected from your team, and you kind of start feeling down and bad. And so that feeling can become contagious on a team with injuries because you really honestly know that there's nothing else you can do but wait to heal. And so that's really frustrating. So being on a team with a lot of players injured, it's just frustrating. The only thing you can do is to encourage those players that are getting playing time to use this time to improve their game so that when everyone does come back, hopefully some good will come out of it.
Nice way to start the evening. His numbers getting calls, and for good reason.
Well, yeah, he's a guy who can carry you for stretches, long stretches in this game. You want to get him involved early and often.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finish hard with 2 hands on that stuff. For the Washington Wizards, they come in off the loss to the Hornets in Charlotte.
They didn't play well in that second half. Had a big lead, but just didn't sustain the momentum and ended up giving it away.
Now here's Beal. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Hornets in Charlotte. And we all know that Bradley Beal was one of the early benefactors of the new contracts handed out in the NBA. Chris, as you know, got a 5-year deal worth almost $130 million. Some questioned it, but he has stepped up since signing long-term here.
Yeah, and with Bill, you knew he had the talent. It was just a matter of staying on the floor to earn that contract. I mean, since signing, he's had career best in several different categories. This team showed faith in Bill, and he's rewarded.
Payton kicks to Fournier. Magic moving the ball around. Takes a 3. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Well, I like how DJ actively looks for the open teammate, whipping the ball over beautifully and quickly.
Beal the pass to Dedmon. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Yeah, good awareness there. He sees an opening and doesn't hesitate.
Well, that opening right there, that's just because the defense failed to rotate.
And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And Washington called for the foul.
Better respect how DJ handles himself on the court. What a tremendous work ethic this guy has.
O'Brien, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Here's Walters. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Here's Porter. Got a hand on it.
And you got to be careful around Isaac. His length is a problem for the opposition. He stifles shooters with that reach.
Here's Walters. Porter kicks to Beal from past the arc. And it's DJ with the rebound.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside, Porter. Beal with a screen on Fournier. And stolen by Fournier. To the middle. Here's Isaac. Drops in the layup for 2.
Yeah, I like the concentration there. Isaac showing how skilled he is on the block. Feels like no one can stop him.
Here's Walters. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
Yeah, still moving a little bit when he set that screen. He'll argue that he was set, but I really didn't think so.
I think you'll probably see more arguments on those illegal screen calls than just about any other play, maybe the charge call, but guys never think they're moving.
Here's what Washington's going with right now. Davis Bertans checks in for Markieff Morris. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Richardson in for Bradley Beal. Now here's Williams, and off target as he starts the game 0 for 1. And Chris, you spent a handful of years in Washington. When you look back to that time in your career, is there a favorite moment that stands out to you?
Well, it was early in my career when I was with Washington, and I learned a lot about the league. And I think ending the Washington playoff drive that they had been in for so many years was part of the reason why I wanted to go there, and that was a lot of fun. Making my first All-Star team as well was pretty cool.
Here's Anderson following the bucket by the Wizards. And DJ throws it down.
You better keep DJ away from the basket. He's adept at getting deep in the paint and finishing with force.
Wizards trail by 4. And Walters kicks to Richardson. Wells with the steal. And now Wells pushing it up. No.
Oh, that athletic.
Yeah.
Wow. Jumped out of the gym.
And you just got to love Wells. I mean, when he has a chance to show off his sick dunks, this guy wants to put on a show.
Here's Walters. He hasn't yet put up any points in this one. Now here's Oubre, defended by Anderson. Ripped away. Rogers passes to DJ. Basket good. DJ's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You can't let DJ get comfortable down on the block. He's superb at reading the defense and cashing in deep inside.
There's the screen. Walters. And the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. And so it's DJ making things happen for Orlando. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And a chance to hear from Bradley Beal. He came from a football family.
She definitely put the ball in my hand. She's the one who taught me.
Maybe some other NBA players should be practicing with Bradley Beal's mom, because and Washington going with a whole new group here. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. A great scoring pair of wings. Beal the 2, Porter the 3. Morris is out there with Dwayne Dedmon, and it's Walters in at the point. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. The Magic shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here. And part of analyzing a game can be offering forth critique of players or officials or organizations. Chris, how do you find that balance of candor and yet not being too critical, being too harsh?
Great question. The way I try to have an honest balance is to remember how I felt when it happened to me.
Interesting.
When you're a player, if someone comes with hard, credible evidence, I mean, it's true. You can't take anything personal. But when guys are just criticizing the same jump shot that you made last play, I'm not that guy. So, you know, I try to keep a balance by being fair and honest, first of all, to the fans of that city and that state, and letting them know how great their team is, but also that maybe their team is playing lazy. Maybe look at this effort not out there by the floor. But also, in a blowout game, I also give the team that's losing by 30 just as much respect as I do the winning team, because those guys work just as hard. This is just a specific night they didn't play that well. So I just try to make every game as special as it is to me, from being a kid growing up to being able to play in the league, but then also just being fair. You know, benefit of the doubt first, but if you do 2 or 3 stupid things, then you're a stupid player that night. You know, just being honest, having fun. And I've gotten some calls from players, and I don't care. You know, I'm not hard to find. And I just try to have fun, be honest, and no hard feelings, man.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Knicks was outstanding. He scored 35 points, and there really wasn't much you could do to stop him. He shot it efficiently from both the floor and the foul line. He racked up big numbers in what was a really good performance. Can he carry it over tonight? We'll see, Kevin.
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
I mean, well, it should have taken all the energy out of him. It should have taken something out of him, Greg. I mean, he pushed the envelope in every way that night. He was unreal.
And no good that time. Now the Wizards take it the other way. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, and this game kicks off a 4-game season series between the two teams.
Yeah, I expect this first one to be a battle of wills, though. I mean, each side trying to gain the upper hand, not just for now, but for the rest of the series.
Rebound by the Wizards.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Morris with the screen for Porter. Here's Walters. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. And you know that's going to be goaltending, guys, so that's a free basket right there.
So close to getting the block there. You can live with those calls because you'd rather have a guy playing aggressive instead of playing it safe.
Wing shot on the way, and it's DJ missing.
The D a little slow to get in his face. They're fortunate it didn't cost him.
Here's Morris. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Orlando out in front, up by 3. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Elfrid, what's working for you guys in the first half? How did you get yourselves going?
We were able to get out and run. We're getting it out the rim fast and getting out the court.
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. You look at DJ in this one. He's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Oh, yeah, especially how he established great position and showing some nice footwork and really read how the defense was playing.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. So on the floor for Orlando, Payton and Fournier are the 1 and the 2. Gordon out there with Isaac, and it's DJ in at the 5 down low. Back to Payton. It's tipped. Dishes it to DJ. The high post shot, and Aaron Gordon gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. Wizards trail by 3. Walters dishes to Porter. Pass to Beal. Morris with a screen on Fournier. Beal drives in. A baseline J. Orlando grabs the miss. DJ's got his third rebound tonight. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Morris. And they're pushing it up. Here's Walters. And he drops it in from the low post. Walters got the first bucket of the third here for the Wizards. And it's DJ missing.
No, that's just a quick move to the 10 and an even quicker reaction by the D to stop him there.
Porter kicks to Walters. Back to Porter. Down low. Here's Dedmon. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Dedmon's got the lead up to 1 now for the Wizards.
Well, it took some time to develop, but Otto Porter is starting to put everything together. He was considered a bit of a project when he came into the NBA, drafted 3rd overall, but all the promises now being fulfilled as he is a great do-it-all forward.
Here's Beal, and Washington again with the bucket.
Wonderful timing from the 2-guard. Beal has one of the quickest triggers in the game, especially off the pass.
Here's Isaac, and the layup's good off the glass. Here's Walters. And you forget at times that Otto Porter was taken 3rd overall, Chris, as you mentioned. He's shown great development. He's had a big jump in play year after year.
Yeah, but so often guys who are considered projects that are picked early, they never develop. Porter was a risk, but made sure he lived up to his draft spot.
And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Bertanis, he's checked in for Dwayne Dedmon. Oubre comes in for Otto Porter Jr. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Bradley Beal. And it's Richardson in for Walters. The Magic also changing it up. Biombo, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. And Rogers subbed in for Elfrid Payton. Richardson, no luck.
That's a great job to converge on him inside and prevent that easy look.
Right at the free throw line. And Orlando again with the bucket.
Well, it's nice to have an option like him every time down the court.
The Wizards have gone 3 of 6 in the 3rd quarter. 50% from the field. On the wing, Lee. Here's Bertans. Shoots off the screen, and he hits the jump shot. Bertans got 5. Guys, what a back-and-forth game this has been.
Yeah, and that's already resulted in 7 lead changes.
And DJ throws it down.
Oh, when DJ gets a few to drop, you know he's in the zone. Gotta like watching him find his rhythm.
Richardson kicks to Lee. And there's 1:45 left in the 3rd quarter of the game. Morris with the screen for Lee. Shot clock at 6. Well, Chris, we often ask you who the best power forwards are right now. Let's switch it up. Who do you feel is the best true center in the league right now?
Well, I think you have to look at DeAndre Jordan and defensively what he does, and then maybe go down to Detroit and look at Drummond or Marc Gasol and how he can step back now, shoot the 3 and post you up. But to me, it's a no-brainer if we're talking centers, and maybe he's even a power forward. But I got to go with DeMarcus Cousins. So he's a 7-footer that can score outside, inside, knock down free throws with consistency, 3-pointers with consistency, post you up like an old-school player, and then hit you with some new-school moves. He's something special to watch.
Embiid is intriguing as well, I think.
You have to love Embiid. He's a new school type player too that is so agile, so versatile. You have to love his work ethic, his patience, the big process, and most importantly, I love his personality. It's great for the game. It grows the game. How can you not love this young kid? And hopefully he can stay healthy enough to show us all the great things that he has.
Bryant, he's checked in for Morris. Orlando also making some changes. Williams comes in for Biombo. And Wells is subbed in for Anderson. Lee kicks to Richardson. Here's Bertans. He's guarded by Williams. They get it back. Richardson against Rogers. Lee outside. He dishes it to Oubre. Nice ball movement by Washington. Rogers against Richardson. It's blocked.
DJ is solid at knowing when to leap up for the block shots. Got to be careful when shooting when he's around. He's taking over the game. Their lead's going to get even bigger if he keeps this up.
They set the screen to the right side. Lets it go with a 3. The shot missing. And as we end the 3rd quarter, a great game. Both teams playing well. Magic lead by 4. And when we return, we'll get the fourth quarter rolling right here on 2K Sports. Now let's listen in to Frank Vogel's huddle.
Playing for each other. You're scary good when you do it. What we've done to this point means nothing. We need a strong fourth quarter.
That's Frank Vogel giving his guys some praise, but much work left to be done here.
Yeah, I mean, he's reminding them why they're in this position right now. It's unselfish basketball, and it can take them the rest of the way.
We welcome you back to what has been a good one here as we get into the fourth quarter. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Then there's Oubre. Then there's Nate Walters. And it's O'Brien in at the center. That's the group on the floor right now for Washington. And stolen by DJ. Wells kicks to DJ. To the paint. Here's Williams. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Williams has got the lead up to 8 now for the Magic. Walters passes to Porter. Great D that time from DJ.
Now that's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Well, that takes physical ability, good timing, those two things that he possesses.
Rogers passes to DJ. And DJ throws it down.
And you can sense they're starting to take charge here.
Yeah, and it goes beyond the small lead that they've built. They really captured the momentum.
And Walters kicks to Beal. Wells with the steal. And now Wells pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
And that pattern continues, guys. Another heat check, another log on the fire.
Oh, I know this feeling. They're in that special zone where you feel untouchable. They haven't missed in a while.
And the replay is courtesy of Under Armour. Unleash chaos. It was a great sequence from the steal all the way to the finish at the other end. Oubre with it. He's against Williams. Shot clock at 6. They swipe it. Fast break. Here come the Magic. And again, another shot drained there from DJ. DJ's got 16 here in the second half. Washington calls timeout.
Yeah, he's got to make some adjustments here. Just too easy to score in the lane against them right now.
Well, I think the first thing they need to talk about are the rotations. There's a lot of miscommunication out there.
Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for the Wizards. Markieff Morris comes in for Kelly Oubre. Gordon's checked in for the Magic. Elfrid Payton comes in for Rogers. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, during that break, Kevin, I heard what Scott Brooks said to his team, and he was emphatic. He said, we are not going to win this game playing this way, fellas. You've got to step it up. You've got to get aggressive, and you've got to battle to get back in this thing. We'll see if that pep talk got him going, guys.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. Well, we see so many of these players, Chris, in the NBA reach notoriety very early in their careers, sometimes even while they're still in high school. What was it like growing up as a star athlete and all the hype that surrounds it? You were the #1 high school player in the country coming out.
Well, you have to stay focused. You know, I didn't grow up in this era of social media and everything. I can only imagine that pressure now, but really you have to stay focused. You have to realize that you're just in the middle of your goal. You're not a celebrity or a star yet, no matter how good you are on that level. Everybody in the NBA has been the best player on their team at some point in time, so things are going to even it out. You have to stay focused, stay goal-oriented in school and in sports, and hopefully the best things will happen. And if you're lucky, like I was, you have some real good people around you, whether family or friends.
Yeah, good mentors, right? That's got to be important.
Yeah, you definitely got to have good mentors, whether it's coaches that can encourage you to spend all your time on the court, or whether it's friends and family that encourage you to stay focused and not kind of get caught up with others that may not have a focus or a love or a passion right now. So you just really need good people. It takes a village, and for guys that are feeling so much fame and getting so many accolades at such a young age, it's hard to handle as an adult. Just imagine trying to handle that as a kid. So you definitely need a lot of good people around you in your corner to help you succeed in life.
And you can see the play calling this half. Another one from distance.
Well, that's because they made a concerted effort to get the shooters involved. Now they've built up the confidence.
And now we get the chance to present our Jordan Player of the Game, DJ.
And guys, no doubt who our pick was going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
And as the star of this team, he knows he's going to be the object of the crowd's anger. .153 left in the game. The 10-footer. And there's the rebound by Dedmon. Dedmon's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And Walters kicks to Beal. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DJ.
You got to like the aggressiveness of Beal. He's constantly on the attack, solid at picking up fouls on the drive.
And so he makes both from the line. 1:39 left in the fourth quarter. Pass to Isaac. Magic moving the ball around. Here's Walters, covered by Payton. And Walters kicks to Beal. The 3 from Morris. Tries again. Shot's good by Dedmon.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
It can be discouraging, frustrating, but you only have yourselves to blame. Box out.
Gordon uses the glass to finish the layup. And the Magic lead by 8.
Now that's how you pick up second chance points. Stay active and be ready as soon as the shot goes up.
Walters dishes to Beal. And it's denied. Now here's DJ. Tight defense on him. Wells kicks to DJ. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Oh, the intensity from DJ. He's superb at rising up and getting the D to foul him when he's looking to shoot.
For the Wizards, O'Brien, he's checked in for Morris. Davis Bertans comes in for Otto Porter Jr., and it's Lee in for Bradley Beal. Then for the Magic, Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and Rogers subbed in for Payton. DJ passes to Anderson. Here is Rogers. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth quarter. That one goes. Count it.
And leaving nothing to chance here on this game-clinching run.
Yeah, that offense shifted into high gear. I love the attack mindset.
There's the pick. And Walters kicks to Lee. Passes it to Walters. Expanding his range. No good on the shot. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Chris Webber, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.
2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. I'm Ernie Johnson, welcoming you to 2K Sports. I'm here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. And it is Wizard basketball tonight as the Washington Wizards go up against the Orlando Magic at Amway Center. Checking out the Magic, going up against a capable opponent, but you see their confidence. This one they really feel they should win. They'll look to come out strong and throw the first punch. And fellas, NBA athletes probably the best in the world. But how much of it is physical and how much of it is mental? What's the balance there?
Well, I don't know about all that.
Here's the balance.
I don't know about all that.
What's the balance there between?
I don't know those
Hey, look at me. This will help. The balance between mental and physical.
I don't know that analytical crap. But I know as a veteran, when you see a young player, you just start licking your fingers, barbecue chicken alert. And I learned from G.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner.
We're coming at you from the beautiful Amway Center in downtown Orlando, Florida, home of the Magic. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. From the sideline, our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge. The Wizards here. Let's get it. Well, thanks, David. Clark, I'm certain for coaches and for players too, but certainly for the coach because he's got to moderate this, how he tries to keep his players focused every night in every game in the NBA. It's such a long season.
Yeah, it really is a long season, and you have to sprinkle and not spray if you're a coach. By that, I mean you can't use all of your material too early in terms of motivating. But the other thing is, you need not be motivating your players all the time if you're a coach. That's something that pro players should be doing themselves.
And now Washington's starting group. Beal and Porter at the 2 and the 3. Dwayne Dedmon is out there with Markieff Morris, and it's Walters in at the point guard position. Out to Morris. Here's Walters. Taking a look at his numbers, he averages about 7 points a game. Clock at 6. The fader. And that one, good. Morris has got the first points on the scoreboard for the Wizards.
First points of the night, and here we go.
Setting the tone early with the first bucket, and we're off.
Outside, Porter. He dishes it to Walters. There's Beal with the 3. It's good from long range. Beal's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Oh, a good open look, and he sprays it home from 3.
And it's DJ missing.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
Offensive rebound. Here's Dedmon. Nice D from DJ.
Boy, the defense was great. Superb, stellar, platinum level. Can't really contest that shot any better than that.
Well executed, and then you love the strong finish.
Fantastic speed on the break. Speed kills, showing no mercy in transition there, partner.
Here's Morris. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Morris has got his second basket of the night.
Kevin, that's beautiful. With the guy all over him, the fadeaway was about the only option he had, and he cashed in on it.
And DJ throws it down.
Love the confidence on the drive. DJ is great at finding holes in the defense and then attacking them.
Wizards have gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. And Walters kicks to Porter. Here's Walters. Pass to Beal. Stolen by Gordon. Pass break. Here come the Magic. Fournier's shot is off. Washington's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Beal the pass to Dedmon. Porter against Rogers. Porter dishes to Beal. 5 on the clock. Morris with the screen for Beal. Stolen by Gordon. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Finished off the break.
I love the ball movement there. He put that on a silver platter. Just served him up.
And you look at Aaron Gordon, one of those culture setters. Unselfish, defensive-minded, and Clark, he's a worker.
Yeah, he is that, and he also was very impressive going back to the 2014 draft in the interview process. Made quite an impression. Very precocious young man. A little bit ahead of his time and maturity when you talk about his age now. Stays grounded, even keeled. This guy knows who he is and where he wants to go.
So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up. It's going to go on Markieff Morris. The Magic shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
Love how hard DJ works. I mean, much respect for his skill set and his basketball IQ.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Allen Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. Wells, he's checked in for Fournier. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers. Here's Walters. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. 4 on the shot clock. Orlando grabs the miss. They went to Washington for their last meeting with the Wizards, and they came out with the win.
I tell you what, how efficient they were at scoring the basketball, especially for an away game, that was impressive.
Well, I think the key was the determination and grit and toughness they played with. You've got to be focused to do that, and they were.
Pass to Bertans. Richardson with it. His last outing, he had 8 points. The shot, no good. So Orlando will take it the other way. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And we all know in a hostile environment, always tough, but they were the better team on that night.
No question about it. Honed in completely. They demonstrated real grit in a tough place to play, and they got the result they wanted.
Nice ball movement by Washington. Bertans kicks to Walters. Over Williams. And again, Washington no good. Wells. That shot off the mark. DJ has been on display for the Orlando Magic. He notched 8 points in the quarter and has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Right back after this break. Well, it's been a tight one. So a new group on the floor for Orlando. And a new group getting ready to come in for Washington. Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for Zelli. Morris comes in for Bertans. Porter's checked in for Kelly Oubre. And Beal subbed in for Walters. We've got Evan Fournier. Gordon out there with Isaac. Then there's Rogers. And it's DJ in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's out there for Orlando.
He's really starting to ramp it up now, getting involved in the offense here after being held without a point in the first.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points.
Hey, guys, I know I'm stating the obvious here, but those could be an important 2 points considering how close this game is.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards was tremendous. He scored 40 points, and along with what he did on offense, he had a big defensive night as well. The numbers in that game make me anxious to see what he can do tonight. Kevin?
David, appreciate the report. He was a one-man show in that game.
And, you know, it'll be interesting to see how much that took out of him. I mean, he'll have a hard time putting up anything even close to those numbers here tonight.
Well, Greg, you know where I'm going. He was a stat sheet stuffer in that game. Did a little bit of everything and did it all well.
Richardson kicks to Porter. He feeds it to Dedmon. There's a minute left in the first half of basketball. Here's Morris. And that one hits back iron.
That's a good shot. Even though it couldn't find the bottom of the bucket, I like the shot quality.
And stolen by Richardson. He kicks it to Porter. And another miss by Washington.
And that's the shot you want to create. They just can't get it to fall.
That's what I call an everything but. Good execution, just didn't knock it down. But you're right, they're happy with that shot.
DJ passes to Rogers. 5 to shoot. Step back shot. That's good on the jump shot. Rogers has got his second basket of the game.
The screenplay worked ideally there, and I'm not talking about the screenplay you see in a movie theater. Gave him more than enough room to get that shot off.
They set the pick. Richardson kicks to Beal. Off target from outside.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Agree with you there, partner, because that screen really freed him up nicely, and that's a shot that if you're a pro, you need to make that one.
And so it's the Orlando Magic heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. And it's been their rugged defense setting the tone. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Aaron, great first half. You had it going. What was the difference?
Yeah, I just tried to come out and give my team a spark, have a little bit of energy, and it just turned out in some...
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter. The second half just about to get going here. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And I'll tell you, his work on the blocks in that first half, really impressive.
Yeah, he squatted on that paint area and owned it, perfectly using his size and that soft touch inside. That's a heck of a combination, strength, size, and soft touch. Nice.
Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. So on the floor for Washington, Porter and Morris are the forwards. Nate Walters out there with Bradley Beal. And it's Dedmon in at the 5. Clark, you know we like to reach out to the fans and have them send in questions, so I've got one right now. Here's Alex in Ohio, of all places. He asks, what sport other than basketball are you best at?
I specialized early, Alex. I was a decent athlete, had good hands, could catch and throw a football pretty well, but didn't like the contact there. Right now, I'm actually just a good workout guy, and I'm trying to become a better than average golfer.
Here's Walters, defended by Gordon. Puts it up, and it comes off the front of the rim.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
There's the pick, and Walters kicks to Dedmon. The shot, no good. Nice D from DJ. And DJ throws it down.
Boy, I like how Gordon dishes the ball. When his teammates are open, he finds them on time and on target.
Over a minute and a half into the third quarter of action. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
So timeout called here, the first for Washington. This game coming after a loss against the Jazz.
Yeah, their last outing was a rough one. Have to be careful of falling in love with that 3.
And you know what, Greg, you can't afford to be a one-function offense. You know what I mean? You've got to be versatile. Got to spread it out and mix it up inside, too.
Catching up on the changes for Orlando. Williams, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Anderson comes in for Isaac, and it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers. Anderson. Zeller grabs the board.
That's what we're talking about in terms of the activity level defensively. You got to protect the rim.
Textbook defense all around. Nice job at contesting the shot without fouling, and that's how you do it. Well done.
6 on the shot clock. Off the screen. He can't hit that time. And it's the Magic taking it the other way.
1 for 5 on offense. A slow start here in the second half.
And picks taken in the late first round can be a bit of a crapshoot, Clark. But Justin Anderson, taken with the 21st pick back in 2015, he sure seems like a keeper.
Yeah, I concur with everything you said there, Kevin. I mean, seeing him at Virginia, you knew he had the physical tools. It's just a matter of developing his skills and his shooting ability to be able to succeed at this level, and I think he will.
Payton dishes to DJ. Back to Payton. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And there's the pass to DJ. Here's Fournier. Second shot opportunity. And DJ with a layup. DJ's got 6 in the quarter.
And DJ has excellent hustle on the board. Skilled at scratching and clawing for those extra caroms. Man, I like his energy.
Feeds to Oubre. Dishes to Walters. Bertines passes to Zeller. And stolen by DJ. Fournier against Beal. And Anderson has it in the corner. DJ with it. He's against Zeller. Orlando gets it back. Pass to Fournier. Williams, a screen on Beal. Goes back up. And the whistle blows, so a chance here for a three-point play.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Orlando making some changes. Biombo, he's checked in for Allen Williams. And Wells is subbed in for Fournier. O'Brien, he's checked in for Washington. Josh Richardson comes in for Beal. Here's Walters, covered by Payton. And Walters kicks to O'Brien. Just 5 to shoot. Zeller setting the pick for Richardson. Hits the three-point bomb. Richardson's got 13. 43 seconds left in the third. Oh, tried to dunk it home, but drew the foul, and it'll go to the line. It goes on Cody Zeller.
And DJ has the ultimate respect of the defense when he's on the drive. I mean, when he attacks like this, he forces them to foul him.
Orlando shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game, and he knocks down the first one. Isaacs checked in for Anderson. And both free throws good for DJ. Wizards trail by 15. And Walters kicks to Zeller. Down low. Shoots over Biombo. That one a little long.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know. You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was 1 step late that time, Greg.
For Orlando, they have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight. He misses the free throw. Both teams deciding to change it up. And he sinks the second. 19 seconds left here in the third quarter. Here's Walters. And the foul called on DJ. That's his first foul. DJ is checked in for Orlando. Gordon comes in for Biombo. And then for Washington, Dwayne Dedmon's checked in for O'Brien. Oubre comes in for Richardson. And Bradley Beal subbed in for Walters. Isaac out there with Aaron Gordon. Then it's DJ. Then there's Wells. And it's Rogers in at the 1. That's who's out there for Orlando. The kick out to Porter. There's the 3. Connects from three-point range. Porter's got 6 in the quarter.
And that's back-to-back threes. The D just seems to be slacking off a little bit.
To the paint, here's Gordon. Doesn't go that time. Good work defensively by Morris. Wizards trail by 16. The dish to Beal. Back to Porter, and there's the feed to Dedmon. Kicks it to Morris. Over Gordon. Morris, no good.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Pass to DJ. And And fouled on the shot, so the bucket counts and a chance for one more here.
Man, what determination from DJ would not be denied. Love how he forces his way through.
Evan Fournier's checked in for Orlando. And a switcher also for Washington. Walters checked in. Morris a screen. And Walters kicks to Morris. It's deflected.
And you love the hustle DJ brings on defense, using his solid leaping ability to block shots.
Beal pulls it in. Wizards trailed by 19. He dishes it to Walters. Morris with a screen on Rodgers. Right side, Porter. From past the arc, sinks the three-pointer. Porter's got 9 points now in just the second half.
Another one. Man, he's just gotten into a great rhythm out there.
And I'll tell you what, Greg, once he finds that rhythm, he's hard to guard. Shots come easy for him.
Clark, most great defenders are at the forward positions in the league right now.
Yeah, they are, and I tell you what, boy, you talk about Klay Thompson shooting, but defensively, he is actually, he's an instructional video, what he does defensively. He's strong, he's smart, he's disciplined, and he has tremendous lateral quickness. I don't know if there's a better defender at the wing position than Klay Thompson. I know Kentavious Caldwell-Pope is in the conversation, Tony Allen, but Klay Thompson gets my #1 vote.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Magic.
You know, with their fast break operating so efficiently, I mean, you can see why they've gone with it throughout the game.
And also, their second chance points have been a story all night as well. That's just pure effort and hustle. And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Orlando.
You know, their big advantage was points in the paint.
And they found a way to pound the ball inside, and that was working all game long.
And so looking at their number, this will be win number 22 on the year.
And I felt like by making those sharp in-game adjustments, they've really taken control of this season series now. This win will move them to 2-0 on the season with 2 left to play against the Wizards.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Berton's shot is good.
Boy, this final period, they are putting up a ton of shots from deep.
And knocking down a bunch of them, too. Outstanding shooting in this fourth quarter.
DJ kicks to Wells. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. And DJ throws it down.
And that's a killer instinct on display as they try to put this one on ice.
And, you know, this is what's needed at this point in the game, Greg. The great teams know how to close it out.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Now Payton passes it to Wells. Biombo up top. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
I'll tell you what, the energy in this arena, you can feel it.
Big time. I mean, it's amazing. Their crowd letting them hear it, and that's always inspiring. They want to see this thing get wrapped up.
And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. This game may not have been the most exciting we've ever seen, but you have to appreciate just what a critical performance they put on.
I know their fans appreciated it, and we saw at times just stretches of excellent defense. Potency from an offensive standpoint as well. They were pretty much dominant.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Great production offensively tonight. How did you find some rhythm?
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey, Ernie Johnson here, and I'm joined by Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports. Tonight, we'll be watching the Orlando Magic playing against the Toronto Raptors in their house, Air Canada Center. Taking a look at Toronto, these guys have been rolling. Their win streak now stands at 7 straight with no signs of letting up. Playing with a great energy right now. We'll see if they can get it to 8.
Welcome, folks. Thanks for tuning in to 2K Sports for the latest presentation of our NBA basketball. Our broadcast. Well, we'll see two of the top defenses in the league go at each other here. Smitty, what do these teams do so well defensively that make them stand out?
Well, they communicate, they rotate well, they close out. But what they do is they make you play to your first, second, and make you get all the way to your third and fourth option. They take away those first 2 or 3 options. That's what makes these teams so good on the defensive end.
Well, like you were just saying during our break, contest, and always contest, huh?
Yes.
All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Isaac. Wells is out there with Rogers. Then it's DJ, and it's Gordon in at the power forward position. Wasted no time on that one. DJ's got the first points of the night for the Magic.
Aggressive move by DJ. Once he sees the opening, you know he's in.
Valanciunas with a screen on Rogers. Lowry against Rogers. Powell with the screen. Bogdanovich wide open. His three-pointer's off the mark. And it's Orlando's ball. Their last encounter was in Orlando.
And you know, when everyone's working together, taking care of their roles, it just makes the game easier.
You know what? We got to see what this offense is capable of. When they get into a rhythm, man, watch out.
And it's Lowry penetrating. Got a piece of it.
And there's a certain art to blocking shots without fouling. DJ with perfect timing.
And stolen by Bogdanovich. About a minute and a half through the first quarter. And it's Kyle Lowry with the 3. Lowry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. And it's Orlando's ball. They defeated the Wizards in their last game.
And no doubt in my mind, the overriding factor in that game was their huge edge on the backboard.
When you look at the stats, they just really set out to control the edge on the glass. And they did just that. And it's great to see how the Raptors have energized the city of Toronto and the whole country of Canada, in my opinion. They have some passionate fans, and guess what? A new generation falling in love with the game.
Powell, the pass to Lowry. Kicks it to Ibaka. Back to Lowry. Valanciunas sets a screen for Lowry. He feeds it to Valanciunas. Still looking for his first make after that miss. He's 0 for 2.
And they're 1 of 5 to start this game. Just really haven't gotten into a flow offensively. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Lays it up off the glass. Hey, you got to appreciate the determination that Bogdanovich showed there. When he puts it on the deck, he's looking to finish at the basket. Heating up early on. This is exactly how he wanted to start the night.
Well, he has the ability to get you off on the right foot. Now it's just about sustaining it.
And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No. If anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
Here's Isaac. No good on the triple. Toronto's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Lowry kicks to Powell. Pass to Lowry. He nails it, and we're tied up. Lowry's got 5 now.
And really, Lowry has made his career off delivering through contact. Really one of the strongest point guards in this league.
Here's Isaac. And Valanciunas pulls it down. The Raptors have gone 3 of 7 from the field since we've gotten underway. Howard. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup.
I love Bogdanovich's ability to put the team first. When he sees one of his guys open, he's a willing ball mover.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And as of late, they have not looked good at all. Actually, they've been dominated.
And the worst part, they're starting to get down on themselves. Really need that one big play to spark some life back into them.
And Orlando making a change here. Allen Williams, he's checked in for Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers. Here's Valanciunas. And the Raptors tack on 2 more.
Valanciunas has a look from the mid-range. He is very comfortable taking it.
Payton outside. A 3 from Anderson. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 3rd rebound on the night. Now the pass to Anunoby. Valanciunas in the high post. Free throw line jump shot. And off the left side of the rim, and it swirls in for him.
He usually shoots a high percentage in the paint, and on that play, Valanciunas got it done.
Clearly a foul.
The Magic have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. First free throw is good. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Jonas Valanciunas. And so he hits both.
Taking advantage at the charity stripe like he always does. Terrific touch.
It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Ibaka sets the pick for Robinson. Shoots off the screen. Fournier pulls it down.
I can tell you right now, the coach loved everything about that shot except the result.
And it's DJ missing.
That's not the type of opportunity he fails to convert very often.
McConnell kicks to Ibaka. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And that time, the defender...
So a new group on the floor for Orlando. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. And so in the game for the Magic, Gordon out there with Isaac. Then there's Wells. Then there's Rogers. And it's DJ in at the 5.
Yeah, the onslaught continues. He's been unstoppable now for a couple of nights.
The momentum is building, scoring in a bunch of ways. That's why his number keeps getting called.
Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Wizards was tremendous. He scored 32 points, and he seemed to have a hand in all the big defensive stops, putting up good numbers in both the steal and block columns. His numbers were off the charts. He was unguardable, and he knew it, and he took advantage of it. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David, for another reminder of just what an unbelievable performance that was.
One that everyone's still talking about tonight. He dominated that game in just about every way possible.
I'm so excited. I can't wait to see what he's got in store for us tonight. Maybe he tops himself again. I think he just might do it.
Powell kicks to Lowry. Collins, a screen on Rogers. Here is Lowry. He picked up 18 points in the last one against Chicago. Shot clock at 6. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive.
Kyle Lowry with great vision and court awareness on that play. What a pass.
The Magic trail by 9. And it's DJ missing.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Lowry against Rogers. And it's Valanciunas that time on the assist by Lowry. Valanciunas has got the lead up to 11 now for the Raptors. Magic shooting 38% from the field, a pretty weak showing for them. And DJ throws it down.
Sometimes when DJ gets rolling offensively, he becomes near unconscious. We're seeing part of that here.
Lowry kicks to Valanciunas. He dishes it to Powell. And it's blocked. And that's out of bounds. Toronto will retain possession. Feeds it to Lowry. Just 5 on the clock. Collins. The shot's good on the assist by Lowry. Collins has got his first points of the night.
And Lowry has no problem setting up teammates. He strikes a good balance between passing and scoring.
And DJ throws it down.
Yeah, he just punched the ticket on that one. That'll get the job done.
Powerful two-hand jam. No good on the buzzer beater. And so it's the Toronto Raptors in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks very much. Jonas, you guys got off to a strong start. How important was it to set the tone early?
You know, we came out with a different energy. She said it's enough to struggle from the start. You know, we got to focus and play good starts.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You look at DJ in this game, he's been everywhere.
And he's been a monster in this game, throwing down some huge dunks. And I wasn't sure the rim would even survive in that first half.
And I can't wait to see what he has in store during this second half. Some of those jams were downright absurd.
Ibaka is the 4 and Valanciunas in the middle. Lowry out there with Powell. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3. They're the group for Dwayne Casey starting the second half. And every season we have the MVP conversation, Smitty. When you look forward over the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, who are the guys, the players you think will be regulars in that conversation?
I think the guys, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Some other guys, I think Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. And as long as he plays, Kevin, LeBron James will always be in that conversation. It doesn't look like the end is coming in the next 5 or 10 years.
And he gets the bucket. Gordon's got his second bucket of the night. Toronto leading by 7. It's Powell on the wing. The feed to Valanciunas. Back to Powell. Orlando grabs the miss. And here is DJ. The layup missed. 90 seconds now into the second half. Up top, Powell. He's got 6. Passes it to Valanciunas. Solid play on the low block, and that one's good. Valanciunas has got 8 points.
His teammates recognize that he has the hot hand going. That's why they get him the ball every chance they get.
Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
Excellent D that time from DJ.
And you see why his reputation is so strong defensively. He allows no separation.
And so many defenses are not designed to take away the mid-range jumper, but he's given nothing away.
Outside Robinson. Screen by Valanciunas. Down to 5 on the shot clock from downtown. And Robinson gets it to go on the assist by McConnell. Robinson's got his first 3 points of the game. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Valanciunas, he's got that long wingspan. You saw it right there on that play.
McConnell passes to Ibaka. Back to McConnell. Here's the screen. Pass to Anunoby. Screen by Ibaka. Ibaka with the screen on Anderson. Anunoby, good. And the Raptors lead by 14.
Not sure who designed that play, but he makes it count.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, it may not be the era of the center in the NBA, but Jonas Valanciunas has something to say about that. He said, "I try to make sure they don't forget about centers. I'll keep reminding them. The league is full of guys that can do different things, but I still think you need a center that can rebound the ball and score in the low post." I agree. Kevin?
Well, the centers are still important, David. Good to see Valanciunas making his presence felt in the paint. And out of bounds as the Magic will gain possession.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
Collins checked in for Toronto. And a switcher also for Orlando. Biyombo is checked in for Anderson.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pass to McConnell. Valanciunas with a screen on Payton. Off the pick. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Valanciunas has got 10 points in the game.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid. His team hasn't picked up the slack, but he's doing everything he can do to win this game for them.
Outside Robinson. He kicks to Collins. Robinson against Fournier. Now here's McConnell, guarded closely. And it's Valanciunas finishing it off.
And this is what you like to see from Valanciunas, being active on offense and racking up some points.
Left block shot on the way, and it's DJ missing.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Collins a screen on Williams. Anunoby passes to Robinson. Valanciunas sets a screen for Robinson. Inside. Valanciunas with a screen on Williams. Inside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on DJ.
Love the aggression that Valanciunas showed there. He welcomed the contact inside.
And Toronto making a change here. Ibaka's checked in. And a change for the Magic. DJ's checked in. Toronto leading by 15. So on the floor for Orlando, we've got Wells. DJ out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Rogers, and it's Isaac in at the 3 slot. Screen by Valanciunas. Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession.
I mean, clearly not on the same page right there. You hate to give away possessions.
And we're around 2 minutes into the 4th quarter here. DJ dishes to Wells. Kicks it to DJ. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And Smitty, every NBA player who plays as long as you did has a moment where they realize Father Time has caught up with them. Was there a specific moment for you, for instance, when you realized that you had to retire? Or you were being asked to retire?
Hey, Kevin, great question. It happened all in one sequence.
Oh, really?
I was playing the power forward position. Imagine that. I started in this league as a point guard. I go to the power forward position. I step out to hedge on Jamal Crawford. He throws it through my leg and keeps it and lays it up. I look over at Bernie Bickerstaff, and he nodded and said, "You know what, Smitty, it's time." I said, "God, Lee, coach, in the game, in the middle of the game." But that moment, I realized The game was passing me by with these young guys, and me and Jamal Crawford has talked about it. It was one of those moments when I didn't even react. I knew my reaction skills were gone.
That's an amazing story. Ibaka sets the pick for Lowry. Dishes to Valanciunas. That's in, coming off an assist from Lowry. Lowry's got his 6th assist on the night.
Good job from Valanciunas there to shrug off the defender and finish the play.
Isaac. Bogdanovich grabs the miss. Guys, a good chance for them to slow it down.
Yeah, they definitely should use some clock here.
A minute 50 left in the 4th quarter. Here's Ibaka. No good with the triple.
Yeah, you love the solid screen, but what you hate is just the inability to finish.
You can see he's frustrated with that one. Knows it's up to him to make that play.
Toronto leading by 14. Lowry with the ball. Teardrop shot. It's deflected. Lowry against Rogers. The dish to DJ. No good off the front iron.
And the truth is, I've been there. He's trying to find the rhythm on his shot. He feels like he's close, and that's why he keeps shooting.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Raptors.
2 great rebounding teams.
And these guys worked just a little bit harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And in terms of the season record, this is going to be their 18th win overall.
And after dropping game 1 in this matchup, they managed to take the 2nd of a 3-game season series. No question, that's a morale booster.
And you know, guys, what a nice performance it was for Valanciunas.
You know, he was flying around on both ends of the floor. Terrific energy and enthusiasm, and that rubbed off on his teammates. I thought he was a catalyst tonight.
The Magic making a switch here. Festus Ezeli, he's checked in for Aaron Gordon. Justin Anderson comes in for Isaac. Evan Fournier's checked in for Wells. And it's Elfrid Payton in for Rogers.
That's how you finish a play, and that's how you fire up your teammates. DJ in the house.
The pass to Anunoby. Stolen by Anderson. And it's DJ missing. Lowry kicks to Robinson. Stolen by Anderson. Now here's DJ. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight. Dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And you know, this game could really be a playing at their best. I mean, being here at home no doubt helps, and the execution was flawless.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, David Aldridge, Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. See you next time.